Tim Wellens wins. He takes his first Vuelta stage victory.
Welcome to stage 6 of the Vuelta 20. There's been a change in the route today due to COVID-19 restrictions in France. The riders will no longer head up the imposing Col de Tourmalet, instead finishing on the Aramón Formigal. On paper, it's a rather more manageable climb of 14.4 kilometres at 4.7%. Still, this was by no means a Sunday afternoon stroll. The average speed quickly hitting 50 kilometres an hour as the riders battled to get into the breakaway. Remy Cavagna was particularly active at the start, and the Frenchman eventually sparked the day's move with no fewer than 23 riders going clear. Among them were the Izagirre brothers, Gorka and Jon, Guillaume Martin on the hunt for the second day running, Michael Woods, Carlos Verona, local boy Jorge Arcas, Dylan van Baarle and the former world champion Rui Costa. So plenty of potential stage winners, but given that Gorka Izagirre, Mattia Cataneo and Sergio Henao were all within 5 minutes of the race leader, Primož Roglič, they were never likely to build much of an advantage. It was around 2.5 minutes heading to the day's first climb, with Jumbo-Visma pacing the peloton. Guillaume Martin picking up 3 King of the Mountains points on the Alto de Bertralba, having started the day 6th in that classification. Gorka Izagirre then going full gas on the descent, taking a few risks here in the rain, but the lead group were all back together again on the road to the Alto de Cotafablo. The gap to the peloton now stable at around 4 minutes in worsening weather conditions. The breakaway knowing that they would have to cooperate if they wanted to contest the stage win. Martin also taking maximum points on the second climb, pulling to within 4 points of the man in the polka dot jersey, Tim Wellens. Still a reasonable advantage for the breakaway as they began to approach the final climb. Meanwhile, it was the calm before the storm in the peloton. Gorka Izagirre attacking downhill once again, and he had a slender lead on his fellow escapees as they rolled through the intermediate sprint. Izagirre leading by 45 seconds as they approached the foot of the Aramón Formigal. At this point there were 11 riders chasing him, with the peloton still over 3 minutes back. But that gap was down to 15 seconds by the time he hit the climb itself. Meanwhile, a bit further back, things were starting to ramp up in the group of favourites. Movistar increasing the pace. Heading into the final 10k. And now it was looking almost certain that the winner would come from this front group, either Gorka Izagirre or one of the 9 chasers. The riders approaching the steepest part of the climb. The group of favourites now within a minute and a half. But it was really tough going in these cold and wet conditions. Esteban Chavez attacking from the peloton with 3.5k to go. Richard Carapaz and Hugh Carthy were quickly onto his wheel, but Primož Roglič was caught out. Meanwhile, up at the front, Jon Izagirre attacked, the brother of Gorka. The Astana man making the most of the hard work done by his brother and shooting off in pursuit of victory. Roglič set to lose the red jersey as Jon Izagirre closed in on his Grand Tour hat-trick.
150 metres to the line. Jon Izagirre is going to win a stage in his home Grand Tour. This has been a wonderful day for Astana. A great setup by Gorka Izagirre, and Jon Izagirre is going to bring it home. 50 metres to the line. Take a bow. Jon Izagirre, the winner of stages now in the Tour de France, the Giro d'Italia, and now the Vuelta a España.
Well, it's true that at one point I wasn't feeling great, but luckily my strength came back in the final. I have to thank Gorka for guiding me, making life easier for me. With his help, I was able to finish it off and win the stage. A fantastic moment for Izagirre, while the day's other big winner was Carapaz, the new overall leader. Ineos Grenadiers were ambushed on this climb with Chris Froome in 2016, but this time they managed to catch Roglič out. The Slovenian will be grateful for a chance to recharge his batteries on the rest day. Izagirre taking a first win at La Vuelta ahead of Michael Woods and Rui Costa. A fine performance from Hugh Carthy. He led home the GC favourites in 8th place. Carapaz putting 28 seconds into Dan Martin and 43 into Roglič. Even without the Col de Tourmalet, there was a real shake-up in the standings today. Carapaz now leads by 18 seconds with Carthy up to second. Martin is third with Roglic slipping off the podium, although he's only 30 seconds back. Roglic does still lead the points classification, so he'll be in the green jersey on Tuesday when the race resumes. The gap to Carapaz, 18 points. Tim Wellens remains the king of the mountains, ahead of Carapaz and Dan Martin. Guillaume Martin moving up to fourth after his efforts today. Enric Mas stays in white, and it's David Gaudu who's now up to second place. Andrea Baggioli losing a lot of time today. And it's Carapaz who now leads. Everyone will have a chance to catch their breath on Monday's rest day before a bumpy 7th stage on Tuesday.